Many of the key issues involved in building peaceful and cohesive societies and the rule of law are seen as very controversial in multilateral settings. Some countries raise issues of sovereignty, and others raise concerns about conditionality if these sorts of issues are in the agenda. And as well, it is really quite disturbing to see the resistance in some quarters to the full empowerment and equality of women and to sexual and reproductive health and rights. There's been a lot of pushback on these issues since the high watermarks of the Beijing Conference on Women and the Cairo Conference on Population and Development. Whatever the outcome of the negotiations on the new agenda, of course, those of us involved in development and working in these issues will get on with our work. While all the areas I've been talking about are seen as very controversial when member states start negotiating, the truth is that the great majority of developing countries actually ask us to work on these issues. So there's something a little bipolar operating here. This kind of work has a long time frame, particularly where societies have fallen into an abyss, like South Sudan, Central African Republic, and Syria, and more. And the rebuilding, when it can occur, can take decades. That's all the more reason now to be scanning the horizon with conflict-sensitive analysis to see which countries now, which are not in outright conflict, have the precursors of conflict and upheaval present, and how they might be addressed in development terms. It's certainly my hope that with strong partnerships and goodwill, we could work for a world with this next development agenda where by 2030 we don't see tragedies like those of today dominating our headlines. But our world will need a sea change on inclusive growth, legitimate politics, equity, human rights, and the rule of law to achieve that. As development actors, we can play our part, but those who lead countries and those who aspire to lead them must also play theirs. Thank you.